For a man who shot and wounded 4 Bethune-Cookman University students at an off-campus party in Daytona Beach overnight now spans 2 counties.
Investigators got a credible tip that the suspect, 23-year-old Vincent Smith, could be holed up in an apartment complex in Brevard County, and SWAT is on the scene. WESH 2's Dan Billow is live where SWAT is staged in Palm Bay. We begin with Claire Metz in Daytona Beach at the scene where the shots were fired. Claire.
Jim, this is the scene of the house fire, and we did confirm earlier with Daytona Beach that they had a credible tip about the suspect possibly being in the Brevard County area. So, of course, we sent Chopper 2 to that scene, Chopper 2 over it much of the day. But we've since confirmed that although police believe Vincent Smith was at one point in that apartment complex, in a certain apartment there on Riviera Boulevard, he is no longer there. They checked quite thoroughly. But let's take you back to the genesis of all of this, when it started around midnight in Daytona Beach.
Well, I'd say like 8 shots, really.
That's what at least one witness heard coming from this home in the 300 block of Henry Butts Drive. But police recovered up to 10 shell casings, and there may be more. Raymond Wallace actually found a bullet embedded in the wall of his nearby home.
I want to know at the part I was getting ready to come to the part, but when I heard that gunshot, no, I don't want to die. I'm trying to live.
Police say 50 people or more were at a house party here. Matter of fact, they say people party at the house constantly. Officials believe 23-year-old Vincent Smith arrived just to make trouble.
He was asked to leave one of the parties a couple of weeks ago. And so we believe that this is the reason why he did what he did.
Retaliation?
Yes, retaliation.
Suspect Smith allegedly stood between cars, then started shooting randomly. 4 people, all of them students at nearby Bethune-Cookman University, were hit. 1 shot in the chest, but the injuries are not life-threatening. Evidence outside and inside the house suggests the victims were shot, then ran in. Everyone was scattering in the chaos.
You probably had people ducking, diving on the ground, and running, trying to keep from being shot, Through the grace of God, no one lost their life.
This is the second shooting in the last few weeks involving BCU students. The last one was on campus, this one less than a mile away. The university released this statement. President Jackson is deeply concerned with the violence within the surrounding communities and will take the necessary steps to quickly address the challenges that pose threats to the safety of the campus and students. Back live now, and again, the search for the suspect, Vincent Smith, is still ongoing. My colleague, WESH 2's Dan Billow, joins us live from the Palm Bay area, where police still believe Smith may have earlier been holed up, Dan.
Yes, correct, Claire, and Palm Bay police, in fact, are just in the process of pulling out. They received a report from Vincent Smith's girlfriend, who lives here in an apartment complex near Palm Bay Road. That report was that Smith was in her apartment, and so obviously police responded. The SWAT team, bomb squad, set up in the Golden Corral Shopping Center, a busy crossroads in Palm Bay, and they've spent much of the day clearing the apartment. Of course, they were very, very careful and methodical, knowing that Smith could be armed and dangerous. The SWAT team did go into the apartment, did not find Smith. There are other reports that his car is here, but police are not verifying those. Residents are stirred up.
It usually is quiet, calm, kids outside playing. There's no one out there playing right now. There's cops driving all over the place out there.
So it was about 7:30 this morning that the girlfriend told police that she left her apartment, locked the door, and Smith was inside, possibly between the time that she made that report and police were able to get here. Perhaps Smith was able to leave or give them the slip somehow or some other way, or perhaps he never was there. They're trying to nail all this down, but what they know at the moment is that he was not in that apartment when they got there. We're live in Palm Bay. Dan Billow, WESH 2 News.